Today we're gonna do a black and white painting. We don't really have a direction we're really going. We're just gonna have that artistic wave flow with us and see what happens. So I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, let's get to it. Okay. Alright folks, let's get started. We got some white, some black, and some sea spray, which is kind of like a green, pale blue. It's nice, it's a very nice color. This is really only our highlights. This is the only kind of color in it. Thicker acrylic if we want some texture. What we have here is a liquid clear, essentially. It's not actual liquid clear, so we do the ghetto liquid clear here. We take an old paint bottle that's hardened in the paint, and we add water, and all the paint thinner comes off the paint, and now we have liquid clear. So we have tape here as well. So when we paint over this and peel the tape, we'll have the same effect here. And you can leave some tape so it looks like it's coming out of the canvas. We're gonna start with our big 2-inch brush. Do it with whatever brush, but this one just makes it super easy to cover the whole canvas. Whatever, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Have fun. Wipe it on your clothes, get some painting clothes, and then let's go to this black. Alright, boom. We got our whole black on. Already, done. Now we're going to take our 1.5 inch. So 1.5 inch, we're going to mix it. Let's take some white and make some sky. Just tap. Blend that right in while it's still wet, and you get that nice smoothness. It looks like a dark sky. Alright, ladies and gents, we got our sky. Let's add some water. So, like I always say, from the out and in. Let's blend that right in nice. When you say, let's add some clouds up here. We're going to take this, any brush with a circular, and we'll add some sea spray to it. And when you do clouds, start from a corner, do your swirlies, and keep moving. And we're going to grab another 2-inch for our blender. And just lightly blend at the bottom, and then and the clouds go wherever. Right? They don't really have a particular spot where they like to stay. They just float in the sky. And these clouds don't really have to be too detailed because trees and all this other stuff covers up the clouds. It's background. Remember I said we just wait for paint to dry out. This is a getaway. Add a little bit of water. Well, a little bit soapy. You can't see it. And when your shit gets too dry, we use that. And just the corner. Like literally just the corner brush. If you use the whole brush, you'll wreck everything. And look. Oh. Right there. You're pulling right up. Let's make this little moon. And I'm feeling a little bit of sea spray. And a little bit of white. A little bit of ash. We're going to put it right here. It's not even that much of a difference, but that's directly middle, that's slightly centered. So it's going to give it that pull back. Alright? Let's go. And this is when we have fun. This is like finger painting. And then we're going to blend it out, because it gives that image of a moon projecting light around it. We're gonna add some trees here, some waterfalls here, and we'll be pretty darn close to done. And you guys will be amazed on how quickly this painting comes apart and comes together. And we're back, and we're gonna paint some trees and some waterfalls now. We'll use our 1.5 inch brush, and we're gonna do a beautiful pine tree. Or an evergreen. We're gonna let the brush tell us what it is. And we're just gonna dip it. It all lives in your brush. And now we're gonna take this fan brush here, and we're gonna pull out the branches. They live right in the fan brush. And we're just getting the shadows of this really. We'll define it with highlights later. Take this right here. This is about like a 1/4 inch brush. And we're just gonna lay some land down. Follow the way of the land. You can step from the top or the bottom, doesn't really matter. You want to dab it so you create these little breaks. And these little breaks here create like branches. And the corner of your brush right here. Create a pathway. And lighter on your touch so it gets lighter. Turn left, right. And just look like a bunch of wild branches chilling there. So when we come back, we'll add our water and highlights, and we'll be about done there. When I make my water, I like to start with my fan brush. I have like a liquid acrylic, and it has like a thicker acrylic, which is just for texture. So we'll start with the white. Back, forth, back, forth, back, back. Alright, we got a drop here, ready? Straight down. And we're gonna do a little splashes here at the end. Very light touch. Go back and forth and keep pulling your hand forward until you meet like a drop here, and drop there, and drop there. So you gotta start right here and just follow where your river's going, and make sure this will be the land on the side of the river. And your brush strokes are important too. Don't just put them wherever. So as you can see, we have our river as dropping as a waterfall, and then we have a riverbank. We'll do another riverbank on this side, and then after the riverbank we'll add all the highlights to the painting and maybe a bush or two. So we got a big evergreen, we got some dead trees, we got some land laying coming back to here. So you open, it's smaller, open, gets small. We have a little bit of pathway here. Then we'll highlight these trees. Now after that, right now we're going to add some bushes here and some little trees here, and just on each breakdown of the river banks. And we're going to use black for this. We're a little bush. We'll put a little bush down here. That bush is lighter because it's hitting the moon more. The trees in the background are naturally to be darker when you get your moon back here. And the trees in the front ground are going to be lighter because the moon is shining on them. You have to think about your contrast for things. Alright guys, so we got everything done. All we have to do is come back and do our highlights, and we got a nice finished painting. We're back, we're going to do our highlights, and we're going to have a beautiful painting. So all the places that we put bushes, we're going to take the sea green, which I said again will be a bright gray for people that are colorblind. Watch. We want very, like, not too much on there, and light touches. Follow your patterns. If you do it all in one shape, it's just gonna make it look like just one big old blob. But if you form it into a shape and twist your brush and follow the way it's going, see, it has, you got a little hill here. Instead of going upwards, you turn your brush downwards and bring it down. Because what you're doing here is shaping the way of the land, right? So now you see it's gone up and it's come down, and now we're gonna pull it out this way, and the same as we'll do with this. Like even right now, we could put more black on top of the sea green, and then put more sea green on top of the black. And the more time you layer colors, the more time you're gonna get that, well, essentially depth. You don't want to oversaturate your stuff. But light touches. If you don't have the light touches, you'll become a mud mixer, which you don't want. We're gonna highlight our tree, and we're gonna scrape our dead branches. Now we're gonna use the same 1.5 inch brush, but we're not gonna use the whole entire brush to highlight it. We use the corner, and then we're gonna go like this. Light taps. We're gonna go back to our fan brush. Take some little black. I'm putting the gray on right now so that these branches hang out, and then once this dries I'll add the gray on back on top, and it'll just show a lot better. So we're gonna wait for this to dry, and we're gonna add some black and white on top of it. Alright, we're gonna take this black and we're gonna highlight the tree a little bit. The reason I chose black and white is because I don't have any more paints, and I'm still squeezing the paints out. Sponsor us. Alright. Sea green, light gray for you guys. We're all done here. We got our highlights. We're gonna pull this tape off and make a nice little frame. We did black and white paint and showing you can still paint if it's not colored. Alright, until next time, keep your brushes, your mind, and your soul clean, and I hope you guys enjoyed this painting, and I hope you do it at home, and yeah.